Welcome to Number One Reality Junkie, where I take my reality TV junk and I just dump it right on you. Please make sure you watch this video in full and then give this video a nice little thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, looky here. I know it's been a long time. I'm a repeat offender. My apologies. However, the reality TV game just kind of got mundane. But now it's been kind of heating up. And let me start off with Real Housewives of Orange County. We have this situation with Alexis Bellino, who has returned for season 18 as a friend of, and Shannon Storms Bedore. And there is this situation because of one man, John Jansen. So we're going to get into all of that. But again, make sure you guys do like and subscribe to this channel. I will be putting out more content continuously because not only is Real Housewives of Orange County heating up, but my fave, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, is coming up really soon. But anyway, back to today, because we are here to talk about the drama, which is Shannon and Alexis. And really, whose side are you on? You know, they always say there's three sides to a story. There's your side, there's my side, and the truth. And this story just keeps on evolving, and we're finding out through these episodes as well as through social media what has been going on and just the depths of how deep this issue really runs. So let's do a quick recap. As we know, Shannon Bedore was previously married to David Bedore. They got divorced on the show. She was single for a little bit, and then she began dating John Jansen. Her and John Jansen, they dated for about 3.5 years, and they broke up sometime last year. Well, then we have Alexis Bellino. Alexis Bellino was previously on Real Housewives of Orange County, seasons 5 through seasons 8, and she left the show. There was also some legal drama. Her husband, Jim Bellino, did sue Shannon and Tamra back in the day as well for slander, and I believe he won that lawsuit and they had to pay up. So there's so much history between Shannon and Alexis, really not with each other, but by way of Jim Bellino. Now, Alexis was not really a part of that. She was married to him, so that makes her a part of it just because of that. But she had nothing to do with the actual lawsuit, allegedly. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that there was some foul on her part when it came to the whole lawsuit that Jim Bellino, her then husband, put forth on Tamra Judge and Shannon Bedore? But anyway, just trying to give a backstory because, again, this rabbit hole runs so deep. Because now, fast forward some years later, Alexis Bellino and Jim Bellino, they divorced. Now, Alexis was single. She dated a little bit. We saw her also on Below Deck. She made a cameo on that show. She was dating someone then. And then all of a sudden last year, we start hearing rumblings that her and John Jansen are dating. What? Wait a minute. So you have a situation where there's some degrees of separation. And Shannon and Alexis have never been friends. They never really knew each other. But now, this is the second situation where there is some interaction. The first one, of course, being the lawsuit filed by her ex-husband. But then this one right here with Alexis Bellino dating John Jansen, this is absolutely insane. And the tea is piping hot. Let's get into that because the situation is really showing itself on The Real Housewives of Orange County season 18. And this most recent episode, it just keeps getting darker and darker and darker. And I just don't know what side, it's hard. You pick a side, and typically when you pick sides, it can be fluid. You can be on one side one day, and then you watch an episode, and it's like, didn't like that, back on this side, and then back on that side. So it's never really locked in. And so you have to look at it from a principle standpoint, from a girl code standpoint, and from like a moral standpoint. So morally, did Alexis Bellino do anything wrong by dating John Jansen? No, I don't think so. However, I believe that John Jansen, this is very opportunistic for him. So a lot of the blame that's going to Alexis Bellino is because of her rah-rah stance, defend my man, thinking to my man, it's my man, which in one sense, we of course are going to defend our men, or our significant other, our spouse. But it does seem to be a little too much of, I'm going to, out you. I'm going to show this. I have more proof. I have this. I have that, and whereas she could have had a great case, because let's face it, Shannon storms the door. Don't forget the storms. She causes a lot of chaos. So it's quite apropos that her name is Storms. Her maiden name is Storms. But nonetheless, she's made statements in the past. She also is very all over the place. And that's still no reason to, wish ill on her. It just seems that with this situation, especially in particular, which this past episode pointed out with Gina, and the things that she was saying when Gina got her DUI, and just, how she kept throwing it in her face that she had a lawyer, that she was there, and this and that, and now you come back to another season and you're having to eat crow. I think the crow has been eaten, so we can move on from that. However, Alexis is taking it a little too far. And now she brings up a video. So, this is pillow talk. So, you have pillow talk with your spouse and or your boo, and you're just like, you find out the details, you get the tea. So I'm sure John Jansen has been downloading, no pun intended, because there's actually a video, been downloading on Alexis for quite some time, probably since they first started dating. So she's revved up, ready to take it out on anyone who will listen, anyone who's got an ear to listen, even if they don't have an ear to listen. And so this situation, it just seems to get more chaotic and more chaotic. And now we're at a point where, of course, it's, Gina this year has just been quite the messy boots. I'm still debating. I don't know how I feel about it. I never expected to see this side of Gina, so this is taking some getting used to. However, she drops the bomb inadvertently, but I think kind of vertently. I don't know if that's even a word. But she drops the bomb stating that, there's a video. And Shannon begins to freak out. And this is, of course, this most recent episode. Shannon begins to freak out. And she's like, a video? What video? What video? What video? What video? A video? A video. Like, it seemed like it was a bunch of times that it was said. So I'm not over exaggerating. Anyway, video. Back to the video. It just seems like there is just so much going on. And, I was thinking, like, especially in lieu of how Jersey ended. It's like we are forced to choose a side in this situation. Are you team Shannon or are you team Alexis? And that's what this is going to boil down to. This is going to boil down to whose side are you on? And I know this will determine who comes back again next year. Now, let's face it. The DUI by itself with Shannon is enough for her storyline. But this whole Alexis thing takes it up another notch. Now, Alexis Bellino is getting so much heat for her stance and for the things that she's saying, and what it seems to be her antagonizing Shannon by, saying, I have this, I have proof, I have receipts, invoices, timestamps, all of that. Now, on the flip side of that, I believe Shannon is getting a lot of sympathy, which shocked me at first, but as the episodes progress, I'm starting to understand why. At first, I did not want to give Shannon, I didn't want to really give her any empathy. I was just like, she'll be all right. Whatever the case is, she's going to have to deal with this. This is part of, being on reality TV. And ultimately, this is what happens when you date someone who really has an itch for the spotlight, but tries to play like they don't. I believe John Jansen definitely has an itch for the spotlight, got it with Shannon, and now he's trying to get it with someone else. In comes Alexis Bellino. So anyway, this episode really, it ends with Shannon talking to Heather and Shannon opening up to Heather and showing her a picture from the night of the DUI. And I guess in that process, she also hurt herself. So there's this picture of her and she is covered in blood on her face and everything. You know, you see the tides, you know, has just gone back and forth. First, it's like, oh, Shannon deserves this because of the things she said last year to Gina, and because, or she was in an accident, you know, via DUI and felt like she could leave the scene of the crime. And there wasn't really much of a punishment from the outside perspective, because we don't know what's going on the inside. But this is just what some of the, you know, commentators are saying. Then on the flip side, you have Alexis Bellino, who, you know, wasn't really a popular person from her seasons of 5 through 8. However, you know, we do want to see Alexis win, but then she just came in just a wee bit too hot. So whereas I could have had her back, I could have been like, yeah, rah, rah, let's go. Now I'm just kind of like, I don't know, Alexis, like you, why, Alexis, why? Anyway, y'all, it's a lot going on. I'm going to actually probably do a recap, like a full recap of the episode for next week, because the way this episode ended and what's coming up per the mid-season trailer that dropped a couple weeks ago, it's going to heat up big time, and I got to capture it all. So anyway, back to the original reason why we're here. Which side are you on? Are you Team Alexis or are you Team Shannon Beador? Honestly, if I had to choose at this present time based off of the episodes, I would have to lean a little bit more towards Shannon, because I do feel sorry for her in this situation. Do I think Alexis Bellino should be getting the most heat? No, I feel like John Jansen should be getting all the heat, and he is like sliding under the radar and not getting anything, not catching any fire, any slack, and Alexis is catching it for him. But I don't think that's fair either. So anyway, what do y'all think about this situation? Which team are you on? And what do y'all think about John Jansen? Why is he getting off on all of this? I feel like he's in the background like, mwah, mwah, mwah. And I don't like that. I don't like that. He's letting his girl take the rap, take the heat for all of this. And he's going to go down like as if he's so innocent. And like Shannon said in the episode, he's not innocent. And I do believe that he is not innocent. We've seen some of the things from last year, some of his, you know, outbursts and things like that. We know, which everyone has, whatever. But we know that he's no innocent party in this as well. So nonetheless, make sure you guys comment below, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and then check me out next week, because we'll be doing, or actually this week, the episode comes out on Thursday, so we'll do a recap on Friday. Anyway, that's my reality junk, and I just dumped it right on you. Peace.